cheers for this?
Yeah.
You want to get cheers?
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, man. Thanks for helping me.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Little protein shake before starting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man. All right, dude. Well,
Yeah.
so happy birthday.
Thank you.
You look good for 58, dude.
I know, a little bit. I mean,
You're like the Mexican Tom Cruise.
trying to avoid sugar, going to the gym. 58 should be.
These are really
pretty
good healthy tips, by the way. All right, really good healthy tips, man. I'm telling you, dude. So what? Another
Thanks
year.
for doing
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you.
One more year around the sun.
After the COVID, you know.
Yeah, you survived, thankfully.
So we're survivors.
Yeah, we are. We certainly are, man.
Yeah.
So, 32.
32, man. 32.
Did you ever think that 12-year-old Alfredo would be seeing 32 Alfredo doing what you're doing now?
No, not even remotely.
No.
I always thought like, just to grow up and, you know, go to job in a little suit. That was my goal, like go to work where I need to be wearing a suit and just, do that. Like I never imagined. I mean, I wanted to be an astronaut as a little kid, you know, that was like NASA and all that. Like, I remember my dad used to do with the rollers of like the toilet paper, like the little cardboard after. He'll cut out like little doors and he'll painted them for me and like, dude, it was my childhood, like
That's
pretty
good.
crazy.
That's really good.
But yeah, that was the only thing. Those two things, I think.
Yeah.
But
so like, so in the future, right? It's 2022.
Mm-hmm.
You're 32.
Yeah.
Let's think about 42-year-old Alfredo. 10 years from now, what are some goals that you have for the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, definitely for sure. Like hopefully the AG photo and video, like it's a little more expand. Providing more service to my clients. Doing all kinds of events, and maybe like hopefully, man, partnering up and helping you when you're a movie director and helping you produce and be there, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you've already helped me a lot, man, in my projects.
Yeah, well, I was glad.
I want to keep on helping you with yours.
Thank you.
So let's keep on doing this, man. We've been doing this now for a few years.
For a while, since 2010, 11 that we met at the John's.
Is that when you started picking up a camera? 2010 or what?
It was actually when. It was you, Maurice, I think Rosendo and Omar. We used to all hang out, you know, the John's crew.
AMP.
AMP, and then it went AMP.0 and AMP.0R, whatever.
Yeah.
Really crazy times.
I remember those crazy times.
Yeah. So I remember exactly. We went to Venice Beach, and it was around the time that you, Maurice, and I had the little Blackberries. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We had the little BlackBerry chat, whatever that was called. Yeah. And then you and we upgraded to the Evo. Remember? Evo 4G, whatever. 4G, like selling it in Moreno Valley. They didn't have fucking 4G. It was 3G. Anyways, it had a good camera for that phone. For our, you know, like we're from the 90s kids. So like, I remember we'll go to trips, went to Venice. It was a thing at Cinco de Mayo. And I was still like 20. You, Maurice, were already 21, so you guys were drinking. I think there's a picture somewhere. If I find it, I'll put it up there.
All
but we went, and I remember always stepping back behind you guys, like capturing like palms and if you remember when we go to trips and stuff, I'll always be taking pictures and they were like, oh, you know, evidence, like, you know, keep it low key. You're too much, posting too much on Facebook. I remember.
I remember. We would hang out and then you out of nowhere just disappeared because you wanted to get this picture of like a palm tree, with sunlight, and I thought that was really cool. I started seeing the signs right there.
Yeah, well, back since then, dude, and it just grew on me. And then I remember went to Walmart. I bought like a $200 camera. I think it was a Nikon PX100 or something like that. It was a zoom lens. It was just little $200 camera.
Like the lens didn't come up?
It was in, it was entry level.
That's good.
And then, we're telling people, and I remember one of them was Alita, and then Christiane, I think Rihanna, Ariel. And then I think it was Jessica too. Those are the three girls. So
I remember this photo shoot.
You remember we went to, with Tyrese. If you see these Tyrese, like he's the one that like pushed me too, cause he was into photography at the time. We're like on the district department on Johnson Credible, and he told me, hey, I can teach you. Like I remember he went and took the time. He had a badass camera. I think it was a Canon or a Nikon, like, but big, like the DX Mark, I think is for Canon. Mm-hmm. It was a bit like a professional one. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we both went to do that shoot in the little jungle. I think it was in Redlands, under the train, and there's like a little jungle looking. I'll post some of the pictures.
I remember seeing these photos. They were pretty well done.
They were beginning.
Good. I thought they were pretty good at the time.
Yeah, and he was teaching me, and then I went solo because I guess Trace couldn't do it all the time. He had school at that time, and I remember Lita was the one that first gave me the opportunity too. And I think we went to Redlands too, because for me it was like, we went to the, what's the park called? Well, it's a park in Redlands it's a very known park, and anyway, so we did some photo shoot there. And then the word started spreading around at the Johns, and then I just started pushing it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Janira was the first one that like she got me an official paid gig. I think it was her niece's quinceañera or something. Nice. And that was like, I think it was like $300 that I charged them. And I wasn't have a clue what the fuck I was doing. Like I just knew how to take pictures, but. And I think that molded me as a man, because you're under pressure. You've been there, dude. Like the situation, absolutely. The camera, absolutely. Especially those type of events. Like, okay, ready, picture time, everybody. Like, you have to deliver, and if you absolutely. Don't, the moment's gone, and you don't want to be looking like a super amateur. But those were some of the beginnings in the photography.
Speaking of like amateur level stuff. I remember you told me a story that you went to go take a photo with a couple, and you guys had to drive really far, and then you were ready, and then you forgot. You forgot what? What'd you forget?
My batteries. Funny story. I went to Cancun. I went to visit my cousin Javier. So if he sees this, I'll be back soon. And I had contacted a couple models there, like on those Facebook groups, Cancun models and photographers. And I was like, hey, I'm a photographer from LA, a couple people interested, and one occasion, like, it was an Argentinian chick, and she was like, hey, well, I'm in Playa del Carmen, I had rented a little car, my cousin helped me, and I learned to drive stick there, actually, in Cancun in Mexico. Wild shit, fucking crazy, and another story, but we went. I picked them up, Playa del Carmen, and it was her and the boyfriend. And like they were both, it was pretty cool. Like I remember they both were traveling. They had lived in like 10 countries when I met them there. I don't know how they're doing now, but so we went, I packed my things, I went, picked them up, and then I chose a location, and it was like an hour away from Playa to there. It was like a private beach. So we get there. I'm pulling up and like, oh, the camera's not turning on. What's going on? I was like, I look and I left the battery charging on the wall plug at my cousin's house. It was the worst feeling ever. Cause I'm like, dude, I'm a photographer. We're here. Like the cameras at that time, I think it's iPhone 5 and shit. Like, so it's all right. Yeah. Anyway, so we're like, I'm so sorry. So we go back, dude. Go back 1 fucking hour, 45 minutes, go back to the place. We rolled up, and then I put my little reflector, the golden, the one that I have at the beginning, my first reflector. And I'm there, hey, telling the boyfriend here. And then some little, the little motorcycles, the four-wheeling ones, they rolled up on us, like, you're commercial photographer. No, this is like super amateur, like, nah. Oh yeah, you gotta get your permit, and then in Mexico they're a little bit like, not hustling me, but like, hey, so cool people though, they let me go, and At that time, the model was already stressed out. Like she was like, she wasn't feeling it, dude. Like I ended up taking a couple pictures of the boyfriend and like 4 or 5, and then we left, dude. So that was a pretty terrible experience.
Been there myself. I've been there. But what'd you learn?
And always to check my gear. Never walk out like without batteries.
And these things still happen, you know.
No, yeah.
Shoes,
now you have more. I have multiple
like,
batteries
you
and
got
shit.
backups and stuff. Backups.
But yeah, that was one of the experiences.
Oh man.
That's
well, we talked a little bit about present time and the future. I mentioned 42-year-old Alfredo.
42. What would I be doing? Hopefully.
Now let's travel to the past. Talk to me a little bit about your youth, your childhood. I know you were born here, but you went at an early age. You went to Aguascalientes with the family.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
So I was born here in the 90s. My parents, my dad, he's a painter. So that time he had a good job in LA painting logos for T-shirts. At that time computer was there, but it was very expensive. So labor and So he had a job offer, I think, in Sonora, where my padrinos, Armando and Amelia, say hi. They invited my dad to work there, and so we moved to Sonora for a couple years, and then from there we went to Aguascalientes, and then my dad started in Mexico. In Spanish it's called rótulos, which is back then. Now you have printers and stuff, but back then you do big ass billboard type of thing on white, how do you call that, like
roll of paper?
Yeah, it was a paper. It was fabric, and then he'll paint, he'll do with rulers and stuff. Screen printing, but with hand, dude. He'll do logos we're selling cars now. Call da da da. So they could put them on top of the, how Mexico is you go on the little streets and stuff. So he did that for a while, and then I remember we went back to Sonora he had another job offer over there, and then we came back to Aguascalientes 96, and then I stayed in Aguascalientes until 2003. The reason we decided to come here is because I was born here in the States, so my parents wanted to give me a better opportunity for me to have more tools for my future, And my tia Josefina, my dad's sister, she would always invite me, always, hey, come to Disneyland and all that, vacation, because all my dad's side of the family lives here, they all live here, but I was the very shy type of kid, very introvert. I mean, I'm still up, but now I guess I'm more confident, you can say, and then as a kid, she started telling him hey, well, we should start doing it. She went on one vacation, and my parents went to try to get the visa, to I think they gotta go to Guadalajara, and then they gotta apply to the U.S. Embassy and see if they qualify for, showing proof of, that you work over there, you have a life. But we pretty much did the trip. They did it for me to give me a better opportunity, like we said, and we're living good in Mexico, middle class, nothing, not too rich, very well. My dad always did the best for me and my mom.
That's good.
And I remember, the day we decided, I was so excited because I would always go to school in Mexico. Oh, I'm from the United States, and I'm here, a little kid, not trying to show off, but be proud,
Yeah.
I guess because it was different. We decided in 2003. We came here. I remember we landed in San Diego. We sold everything, dude. We sold all our things, all our belongings, and we did the trip. And but my childhood, besides that cool adventure, I was I was into 90s kids. I grew up with the whole Pokemon, I guess Dragon Ball, Knights of the Zodiac, which a lot of people here in the States don't know what that is, which is very unfortunate, but that's a different topic. They don't have the luxury of knowing about that wonderful anime. Anyways, but watching cartoons, beautiful childhood. And I think the thing we connected 'Cause we're always talking about movies and stuff like that at John's, anywhere. But my parents, they consciously or unconsciously, like, we had a tradition every Saturday. My dad will, like, we'll go in Mexico, like American restaurants are like little, not luxury, but it's not accessible to anybody.
Right.
Especially early 90s, or mid 90s, early 2000s. So we'll go to Burger King, like we'll go, it's like, because the price over there is the same as here, like back then, I don't know what, like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, but over there is different than the toy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll go to Burger King, and whatever the movie at that time, I remember Pokemon was, and I got little toys, the Pokemon cards, the toys, all this stuff.
I remember those.
So that was a tradition. We'll go there, and if there wasn't a good movie in the movie theater, we'll go rent next door, which it was Blockbuster. So it was beautiful, dude. Like.
Rest in peace, Blockbuster. We miss you.
I know, it was wonderful. It was like fascinating for me just going in and like sea of movies, and for me, I like art. So my dad's a painter too. Like he does like paintings and people and stuff. So I would love seeing the covers of the movies. They're like, because back then you didn't have YouTube where you can just let me see the trailer of this movie. It looks like shit. I'm not gonna watch it. It was a wild based on the cover. If the cover didn't grab you and the 3 little pictures on the back and the description, you're not gonna rent it or buy it.
It was a gamble.
Yeah, it was up in the air. Unless you knew people that had seen it and they recommended it to you. But so that was the plan. Like my parents would rent 2 movies for me, kids movies. I'll go to the kids section, walk around. I remember there's this cover that's stuck in my head. I never watched the movie, but there's these The Sandlot, right?
Yeah.
So the little kid, little chubby kid, the white curly guy,
freckled face.
Yeah, there was a cover movie that I remember. He was in a goal, like it was a soccer, and
Big
he was
Green.
I never seen that movie,
Green.
but I fucking remember that.
Big Green, that is a soccer movie. Yeah, and he plays a goalie.
And he's like in the net, like I remember that.
I remember that.
I remember going through the little. I don't know why that, but
nostalgia,
dude. And I remember the dinosaur movie. Like I forgot. They used to talk like not dinosaurs, but animated.
Yeah.
I remember there was also renting. There was some ripoff of Ninja Turtles. They were called. It was dinosaur, and they were like cops, like with armors and like in the future. Like, you ever seen that?
I don't think so.
I'll have to research it. They were like dinosaurs, humanoid type of thing, and
It was in Street Sharks, was it?
Well, that was straight up rip up Ninja Turtles, but
I remember Street Sharks.
These one was a little different. Like it was patrol. I'll investigate.
Okay.
I remember renting the little elephant. It was like a English elephant family, and they were all elephants, and they had a little beef with rhinos. You remember that cartoon?
I don't think
I think it was PBS type of shit.
Probably.
But for me in Mexico, like it was like on Channel 5, whatever. There's a lot of things, but Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac, I'll watch those movies like, I'll show you earlier, remember? I showed you the VHS that I still have.
Yeah.
So we'll do all that, dude. And
so it seems to me that like, you had a really cool childhood.
Yeah.
It seems like pop culture, animation, film, art, music.
Dude.
I know you're a big Luis Miguel.
That's
music, art, entertainment. It seems like all of this molds you into the man that you are today.
You can see in my work currently and stuff.
Is there anything else that we don't know about you? Like you've mentioned cartoons and movies. What else out there really just is a hidden gem of Alfredo that we don't know too much about?
Well, I love going on road trips. And I invited a couple. We just went for quick trips, or when me and Maurice used to hang out a lot. Like, we just, hey, let's go to the beach. Let's bust a mission. And so I guess that's something on top of my head that I can think of. A very calm, mellow person, pretty chill. I enjoy time with my friends and my close family. But I'm trying to think of other aspects of hidden things that people might not know about me. But right now, that's
growing up from your childhood, from the 90s, early 2000s. Now let's talk about teenage Alfredo. Talk about girls. Let's talk about girls.
Well, I remember back then, like in Mexico, like, yeah, it was, you're a teenager, like 12, 13, you start noticing, you still play Dragon Ball Z, whatever, watching anime, like cartoons, but then, yeah, you start, like, noticing, like, girls now, like, and you're, like, curious, but you don't know what to do. I feel like, especially the 90s era, we're, like, very, not reserved, but very, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty respectful, or like too much respect. Like we're like, oh, like
your parents
too shy.
Your parents raised you right. They taught you to just don't be weird with girls.
Yeah, don't be a stalker. Don't be fucking
exactly. Yeah,
doing unnecessary things. But like, so I remember there was a couple little girls, and then like I don't want to say preschool, but it's like before middle school. What is that here? Elementary, yeah, like going, and there's a couple like little girls. There was one in particular that I can remember that I think her name was Fanny or something, like, and she was niece of a friend of my mom's friend, like, like that far. Oh, yeah. So I was here randomly, like a little, so super shy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I was very shy, so I never took, like, I was always very shy because my front teeth, like, I was a little crooked, so like that made me be like, if I was already kind of shy and reserved, that gave me a little extra. So for a while, insecurity, like I would be too shy, I wouldn't look up and see the girls in the eyes and stuff like that. But yeah, like and there's a couple, and as I grew older, like I remember one in Mexico in Spanish is like secundaria, which I think here it's like elementary.
Middle school?
I mean, yeah, middle school. Yeah, middle school.
Prepa is high school, right?
Yeah, that's...
so secundaria is...
Yeah, I think segundo secundaria, second over there, that's what I left. That was the last thing. I remember one girl, I don't remember her name, but she, the little notes back then, the little... back then, the little MSN before the internet, like it was the papers, like
handwritten notes.
And I remember there was this girl, like she, all these girls rolled up, oh, someone so send you these, like, okay, like, but I was so shy, they were like, so, that I was like, oh, well, thank you, but like I was so even shy to like, all right, I thought she was really pretty too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's little things, and that's another adventure in its own, like, you're growing up. I remember, that's when like kids start like, oh, let's ditch school. I'm like, fuck, like, no, yeah, I'm okay. So I was always like, I have anecdote. Yeah. I think with Eduardo too. He's behind the scenes. You guys don't see him, but it was him and Luis Villa, a friend from high school. I think Chilango, Alex. Dude, they kidnapped me from fucking high school too, because I never ditched. Like, I would never ditch. I was always a good kid, be in school, my little pencil. Oh, you need colors? Here, I have everything on my little backpack. Super well put together little kid,
Nice.
Anyways, but so hey, let's go eat outside. All right, cool. And then, so I think they sneaked me in like the trunk or something, like in the back seat.
They put you in the trunk?
Yeah, because back then I think I went to Canyon Springs.
Oh, you did an off-campus lunch.
Exactly.
And you didn't have it.
No, yeah, because the little one of the security guys on the
check
golf
at the bottom right there.
Yeah.
Before going up the ramp. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think they did that. I forgot who was driving. We went, and then we went to Moreno Valley. They're like, oh, we lied to you, dude. We kidnapped. Like, we're gonna ditch like 6th period, whatever, after lunch. I was like, what do you mean? I have a test, dude. Like, oh, we're here, whatever. And I remember, I think it was Raul too. And we went to the mall. There was this place, I forgot the name of the place, but you used to rent like consoles. At that time it was like 360, Xbox 360, and
Howie's,
dude.
I remember Howie's.
You go in the mall.
We used to go there.
And later on after John's era.
I remember that.
So yeah, we rented like FIFA 2000, whatever, 6 or whatever that was at the time. And yeah, we went back, and I remember seeing my teacher. I'm like, dude, that's my teacher. Like she's gonna notice that I wasn't there. But nothing happened. Like, she probably played it cool. Like, whatever. Like, you're gonna do your test tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, little adventures. But going back with that, like, yeah, I was always very shy, very introvert. You saw me at John's, like probably the same.
Yeah, but like
older,
it only took a few bad influences to change you up. So I'm glad. I'm honored to be one of those bad influences.
Nah, it wasn't bad. It was really good influence for my life. Dude. I'll always be grateful for you guys' friendship. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're skipping too much. But yeah, going back to that, like the knowing of like the opposite gender. It was back then, it was more. Now I feel it's a little more open, more crazy. Kids now, they have more access to obviously the internet, all that. So they're a little more awake than what we were back in. When we were 13, 14, we're still thinking about cars, and now
we still bought magazines back then. Like, I don't even think magazines exist anymore.
No, dude. You see a magazine on the stands, like, dude, it was a beautiful thing. Like, funny thing, like, back then, like, talking about the girls and stuff, like, back then, like, I remember my cousin, my cousin Javi's, like, I don't think he trips about this, bringing him up on this story. I remember we went to a gas station. You're curious, you're already a little older. I think at that time I was 15 and you think he was 17 or probably, somewhere around there. And like I remember seeing at the gas station, they had like with the plastic bag, like those Playboy and all those like little magazines. You're always curious, like, because back then, the internet was like barely booming. So if you had a computer at home, you were kind of like, not lucky, but like, so the internet and all that, like that was our first experience. I think that's the first time I saw like a naked women like on the magazine, like you see that.
Boobs?
What is that?
What is that?
Yeah,
boobs?
But funny, well, not funny, but like I always thought like Playboy had a like. Nowadays probably they see Playboy and they know the brand, but they don't know the magazine. But it had articles in those Playboy magazines, and they had like well-fine, like beautiful taste of nudity for women. Like it wasn't, low rider, open legs, and like it was really beautiful, like showing the beauty of women. Yeah. Like, and I think that's why I like to collaborate and do a lot of photo shoots with models and stuff, because you see that influences you as a young teenager, like the beauty of women and taking pictures and immortalizing them one way or another, that their youth or their beauty at that time. You see, actresses that they were beautiful. I mean, they're still beautiful, older, obviously, but back then you see like, damn, like, and you see the time and the way that was dressed or the styles at that time. So I think that's part of why I like photography too. You fell in love with like the elegance of the way the Playboy produced their photos. Mm-hmm. Like you mentioned, it wasn't all just like this. They gave you a little bit to the imagination.
Yeah, they gave you imagination.
You're not like, what the hell is
they give
like
you zero animation. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Okay, that's
so good. I think that influenced me a little bit as a young teenager. So we had a little inconvenience. With the camera. Anyway.
But when do we not have any?
We left off at what I see like models and.
All right. So ever since you picked up that camera, I've noticed. Oh, we got a little friend here. Who was this?
This is Oreo.
How long have you had Oreo now?
For like it's gonna be 4 years on December.
4 years in December?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And she left.
So, okay, ever since you picked up a camera, I've noticed you just started hustling, you started grinding, you started working for yourself, you started just push.
Took a while. It's a long journey
It's a marathon, it's not a race. It takes a while to get to where you want to get to. But currently, these past couple years, I've been noticing that you know how to communicate with the talent in front. As somebody that behind the camera, you know how to coordinate with models, you know how to guide them, you know how to direct them. You look for exactly what you're looking for in the lens, and you successfully communicate that with the talent in front of the camera. Now, like, what did it take to get there? How long did it take to get there?
It took a while, like I mentioned before, like Alita and Christian, like that John's crew, they were the ones that had not faith, but give me the opportunity to like get their pictures taken. So, you know, first you don't know what you're doing. Okay, like do these, like, you're not really guiding him. You're not giving him tools to work with. You're not giving him a scenario, something to play in. Like we talked about, love movies. We love movies. Mm-hmm. Movies is storytelling, telling a story from point A, B to C conclusion, to see how everything works. And so I try to do a little bit of the same, just telling them, hey, I want this specific shoot. We have this specific look. I want to go to, recently, well, it's been a while, which I'm going to post their photos soon. I haven't had time to, thankfully, because of work, haven't really, but we went to Palm Springs, to the desert. I want to do these, like, the sexy look, like in a dress, open, black dress in the desert, because I thought that the contrast of the desert brown, like, with black, it would make the model pop. That's my goal always, to make the models pop from the background. The background is just a tool, not a tool, but like storytelling wise, is like giving them like something, and just something to play with, so they can feel like in motion or in tune with it. Like it's just I love doing that. I love trying to create a little scenarios. Like we remember before COVID, we did in the 90s look. Remember, we went all out, and because we're doing, it was you, Alita, and myself. Mm-hmm. We did a couple before that. I just don't remember exactly, but that was our major. Like I remember, I got the talent stuff, and then you got the spot. You're like, this time I get the I remember what. It was you, Ricky, and myself. You both helped me to do video for in LA. Brienne.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, I remember that shoot.
We did that in LA. I rented a little studio, and you guys came help me with that. Hey, this is cool. Hey, we can keep doing it, dude. And remember, we invited Alita. She wanted to come, and she helped us a ton that day, the 90s. It was like 4 models. It was a crazy rotation. Like I was taking pictures in one room, you were in another room, and then we'll switch. Alita was helping them with their outfits or changing. It was 4 models, dude. Yeah. So we'll rotate. And now, I feel you're good on that. Okay, boom, let's switch. So I'll go from that room to the living room. You go to the living room.
We had 3 hours to shoot that, but
3 hours.
Just as well as 3 hours is nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, 3 hours is nothing.
And then
but we made it happen.
And like things like that, dude. Like I think you see me, like I think more than anybody, like seeing my growth, and the development, like the passion we put into what we do, like like I help you with your project, the movie, which. That was a badass project, dude. Like I learned a lot by just being behind the scenes. Like, I didn't do much. I was just capturing behind the scenes photos.
Yeah, man. I definitely want you to be more involved in those projects later in the future.
And it was
be there for yours too. Really cool. So let's just keep doing this. We've been doing this already for a few years, so let's just keep doing this, man. Yeah,
we've been helping each other. We never had that like, oh, I don't want him to be better. Like now we're always, hey, you help me with a couple gigs.
Absolutely.
Same, like, hey.
Absolutely.
But
we're still very young. We're in our 30s now, but we're still young as hell.
Now that we're in our 30s, we know that we're still young, dude. Like
we're still young. We still got a lot of things going on. So we still got a lot of plans for the future. And speaking of the future, all right, just to change the topic a little bit here, only because I know sometimes you've schooled me. I know you're very up to date with technology, and you're very up to date with you're something of a techie.
I love that, dude.
I know you are.
My Twitter is all about technology and what's new in computers.
Good. As it should. Twitter is terrible, but I'm glad.
No, but for the news, this is great.
It for the right reasons.
No, Twitter could be like, but for me, it depends who you follow, what you do. I just follow photographers, nerdy gigs in terms of technology and what's new. I'm always keeping up what's new with computers.
I know you keep up a lot with like Elon Musk and what's going on in technology, and new releases from Apple, Windows, etc., etc.
Yeah.
All right. Question for you. Another future question. Where do you see technology in 15 years? What's it going to be like?
I think it's going to be, we've seen the rise of the electric car.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it's going to be at that time like 30% of the population, 30 to 40% maybe population. We already went to oil, like, yeah, it is bad for the environment, but so was like getting the mineral for the batteries, not neon batteries, but like the little chemical, the little powder that they do the rechargeable batteries with, that's harming the world too, which I think that's something that is slowly people are gonna find out about. But it's like we're trapped in we're trying to innovate, but we're still harming the world. And so 30% maybe, dude, like the population of electric cars, computers. This is where like maybe Apple is gonna, I don't want to say dominate, because we talked about these, like a lot of people say, oh, well, my Android had this shit 10 years ago. Well, yeah, but I think Apple has this little system of releasing technology slowly, gradually, so more common people that are not really tech gigs, like your dad, my mom, could operate the fucking phone, you know? But that's their business model, like be more universal, and like Android's more young, and I mean, I'm sure there's older people that have that too, but maybe the computers, dude, like they're gonna be maybe quantum computers. Quantum is something that has been on the works right now. It's not accessible to just anybody, but it's like the processing on that would be crazy, dude. For us, that we edit like the M1 now, the M1 Pro, like I have the Max, dude. It's great. I remember I invested on that because I had like, it's saving me. Think about it. Sit down. Like, put this perspective. Like, you're in your computer. Let's say you're a videographer, photographer like us, and you do your work, and it's taking you time because you want to put this color in, and it's taking time because it's so much stress on the computer, and so exporting times. You put all your movie together, all the stuff, clips, music, color grading, overlayers of effects and stuff. So all that processing, like, it stresses your computer, and like some computers crash, can't handle it, and then you overheat. But now, like, we're talking 2022, so Apple just released the new ones, like Ultra M1 Ultra, like, so this is even more power. So it's like they're just gonna scale it up, and it's gonna be. But dude, I mean, we have Apple Watches out right now, something 15 years from now, maybe. Who knows, man? The phones are getting thinner.
I think people are getting tired of relying on gas so much that I think you're right. I think people are going to turn over to electric cars more than ever, before, because people are just frustrated with these gas prices. So I think...
Dude, for you watching these, like right now, it's 2022. July 13, 2022, and the gas prices in California, they're like,
$6?
Well, they're pushing almost $7. So $7 a gallon.
It's ridiculous.
My car takes 12. Your car takes, I don't know, what, 15, 16?
16.
Almost $100 to fill it up. For me, it's almost 70.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. So like,
more people are gonna. If you go to dealerships right now, dude, like trying to get an electric car, you're in a wait list.
Yeah.
So that tells you something.
That's saying a lot right there.
So.
Yeah. So speaking of keeping it into the future.
The future.
All right. So we're making this video right now. We're gonna edit, release it. I'm assuming on the day of your birthday.
Yeah.
Okay. So
probably
let's say
midnight.
Let's see if future Alfredo sees this video right now. He reflects back to this video, to this very day that you release it. Let's say you 10 years from now, 8 years from now, maybe even 5 years from now, goes back to this video. Do you have something to say to Alfredo? You can look right into that camera right there.
That was pretty good.
And talk to,
Very
future
good.
Alfredo. Say, hey, I got a message from you. The year's 2022.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have a good idea.
Give
like,
future you some advice.
Because the way I see life in particular, my kid Alfredo, like the Olympics, they run with the little fire. I forgot what that's called, but the torch. Yeah. So kid Alfredo gave me my torch at 21. I see 21 as like the middle. Well, not the middle. Middle is, I don't want to say 40 something, but for my current timeline, like 34, 1 to 34. I'm half, half Alfredo. He had the torch. He did the best he could with the tools he had at that time. Like, he was shy. He was very introverted. He was very family-oriented, too close to his parents, scared to take an adventure. Uncertainty freaked him out. I want to say he was scared of different things. There's a picture right here of me, like kid, little Alfredo. So that kid was a good kid. Like, he had a wonderful childhood. Like, he did the best. He enjoyed it. His parents did a great job at raising him, at giving him everything they could, with what they have. So he did the best. But now I see that this Alfredo, like, is doing the best he could to give the torch to that Alfredo you're telling me to speak to. And as of right now, Alfredo from the future, I'm doing the best I could, so I'm doing the best I can to not make it easy for you, but like, because I know you're gonna keep hustling like I am right now, and I know that you're gonna be giving your best for your loved ones. Maybe at that time you have a wife, kids and stuff, like, and you're gonna give them the best because they're gonna be your priority. They're gonna be my priority, his priority at that time. And I want the business to making money. I see it as like, it's providing a service and giving a product to people that is gonna generate you money, wealth. Like, the better you do it to more people, the more money you're gonna make. It's not like your service could be, like we started washing dishes at Joe. You started as I started, pizza cook and stuff. You provide a service. The time when we understood we're here to give to others, I think life is gonna be easier for everybody. We are here, like, who knows when. I could die tomorrow. I could die in 10 years. That's why I wanted to help. That's why I asked you to help me do these, to leave these on, not as a legacy, but just, maybe somebody will see it and it will help them, my little bit of journey in my life. So what I'm telling that Alfredo, I think I'm expanding too much, but what I'm telling to that Alfredo is that, I'm doing the best I could. I'm enjoying life. Like, I'm trying to make money, and yes, I'm trying to, like, hustle and grow and be better and get more equipment and, like, making little money here and trying to spend it, like, the few bucks I have on more equipment and this, and it's a little spiral thing. You're investing for the long run to hopefully what I'm doing now, like the running that I'm going, like, to not make it easy, but just to have a foundation, something for you to, like, rely on and build up on that, like the little castle, the little house I'm building, so you can, the foundation that is solid enough for you to build something bigger for your loved ones, your friends, people around you. And I'm doing my best to. Right now, I'm still learning. I remember always asking you, like, dude, like, how would I do this and how would I promote myself, like. Like, my goal was to be like you, dude. Like, you at a very young age, like, after you left John's, like, you start, like, focusing more on this in your career, what you want to do. So now you have a big promotion. Like, I don't know if we want to release the information, but you have a big opportunity. You have a big job, and I'm very proud of you, dude. Like, cause we both, like, making fucking skins, like, rushing.
Dude, I mean, it trips me out. Looking back at where we are now, and then looking back like 10, 12 years ago, we were literally washing dishes. We're staying up until 1, 2 in the morning washing dishes from a very, very disorganized pizza place with very poorly staffed managers.
It was like high school 2.0. That's a different topic.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, I mean, looking
people
back,
were good.
And dude, honestly, like, I'm really happy to see your growth, dude. Honestly, I like seeing my friends grow all the time, but your case is different because I've actually been there.
Yeah, you've seen the journey.
I've been there, and I've witnessed it firsthand, like, right there. I had front row seats to your growth, and I thought that was really cool. So I think what was really cool, you said to your future self, is providing a foundation,
a strong foundation.
Self, I think that's probably
build something.
Yeah, I think that's all you can do right now.
Just
try to set yourself up for the future is always an important thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're already on the right track, dude.
Yeah, because we always try to run. Like we always try to run, trying to get everything now. Like these technology, everything is making us everything quick now. Get it now. Like food, fast food. What the fuck? I'm here 25 minutes on the drive-through. Like what the fuck? Like people are getting crazy out there. So no, like you gotta enjoy the ride, build something.
Take breaks.
Don't waste your energy on protesting the. I don't know. I don't want to get into politics because it's fucking. It gets crazy out there. People are too intense into that, but it's just enjoy your life. Focus on you. Like what make you the viewer happy? What makes you like do something? If you work for someone, something like go every morning. Don't. The worst thing you can do is like wake up. Oh God, I hate my job. I hate. You don't like it, change it. Like I know it's not easy. Like I talked about this. I'll be on the phone with Phil, telling him like, dude, like, at that time I was working at Lineage, great company. They take care of your police. But for me, it was like, I'm creative. Like right here, I'm just on the computer. Like I'm not building nothing. I'm not like leaving nothing behind. Like. So I would always tell you, remember I was calling you, dude, like, how would I do it? And I broke that. Remember when I called you, I got hired for the tattoo artist. And it was fascinating because I was going to do full time it took me as a hobby to build up almost I started 2014. So 14 to 20, 8 years for someone to be like, hey, you know what? I like your work for me and do your art to help me. I was helping him build up his brand through my vision. So that was fascinating.
Absolutely.
So that was the first spark. Like I could do this. Like I got it. It took me a while. I took a brave decision. Like I quit my job. Like my steady income. Like I got enough. I was like, you know what? I'm helping my uncle Tony. It's been great to me too. Been helping me a lot. So helping him part-time with this business, and then I can have time to that extra time. Like I'm only working with him 10, 15 hours, but like with that extra time, like I'll try to like adventure and do these that you guys see, like, and I took the bullet, like, and it was crazy. People thought crazy. My parents thought I was like, son, but you have your bills, your car payment. You do, but like if you don't throw yourself out there, you'll never know. And I had that feeling for younger times, but I don't think maybe we'll go back or something. But we'll talk about that. But yeah, dude, it's just like I don't want to have that feeling of ever being like, what if? Feel like I never did it, bro. Like, man, I never knew. That's the worst. At least I want to try it and give them a shot. But I don't believe in the law of attraction. I do, but not in like it is a lot. Like I think it is what you focus on. Your vision is like cars. You see a car in the street. Oh, let's play how many Volkswagen we see or whatever. Like. Your vision is gonna start looking for that. So anything you want in life, your brain's gonna start wired looking into it, and it's gonna guide you to the path to get it. It's not like this mystical,
You're absolutely right, man.
I mean, it might be, but that's how I see it. Right now. Like
you experienced discrimination? When? Tell me about that.
Oh well, I forgot we were rolling. Like I was talking to you, like
good.
Like we were chilling.
It's all right. So what happened?
No, yeah, so I remember coming here to the States was like a whole new. I remember like it feels yesterday, the day that we got here. My parents, we got to TJ. We had to TJ. My uncle Abraham, rest in peace, he passed away. He picked us up alongside my tia Rosa. I think it was my tia Lula, my dad's nieces and uncle. I mean, not uncles, but like they're my uncles. But anyway, so they picked me up in December 13, 2003, dude. So we're coming here. Anyway, so it was like a beautiful experience just coming to the States. It was nighttime, but like San Diego at night, like it's beautiful, dude. Like the whole thing. The next day, I remember I went on a car ride. My uncle Abraham, he wanted to get something from the store. We went to Vaughn's, dude. So it was like from Mexico like to that like San Diego culture, like it was beautiful. I was like, damn, that's beautiful. And then we went to Cabrillo Monument. I think we went there, no? Remember?
I remember that, yeah.
I think it was you and Alita, and yeah, we did like a photo or something just to play along. Anyways, but you know the path going up with all the tombs, or like the fallen soldiers.
All the World War II.
World War II veterans.
Veteran cemetery.
So all that was like shocking. Like wow, like it's crazy, you know, like it's beautiful, like. So yeah, like it was a shocking experience. It was beautiful, but yeah, like going back to that, like I remember vividly too. We were at some store, and I was in line because my parents, they went to pick up something real quick. It was my parents and my tia Esperanza, like which is my dad's sister. She was visiting us, and they came, like I was in line waiting. Like they just pick up a couple of things. They came here, and I remember these lady being like, I also like they're gonna cut and whatever, like, and I was just talking, so you're their translator, like you're the one, like they don't speak English, and like, oh, you guys are taking our jobs. And then now she was like a Caucasian person, and then African American joined in, like, yeah, you guys are like, they were older, like they were adults, you know, they're like mid-30s, almost 40s. Yeah, telling me, so you're the translator, like you guys are taking all the jobs, you guys should go back and stuff like that, like some sort of racism.
Bunch of assholes.
But for me, it was shocking. Like, what the hell? Like, I was a 14, 13-year-old kid, you know, like just weren't doing nothing bad, or just like shopping. And they told me, I just line up real quick, forgot to pick up some things. They go and grab them. You know, the line was still big. But yeah, like that was something. I see the cruel side of people, I guess. Like, I mean, but yeah, that marked me a little bit. Like, so it helped me improve. I want to learn English as fast as I can, like improve it. I still think I like need to improve it in certain aspects. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. I could see what people could be, you know, like people that are not, you know, doing different things.
Yeah, that's tough. That's gotta be tough for a 14-year-old kid, man. I didn't know this story. Damn.
Yeah, that's something, but like I said, I think you grow, especially men grow through challenges, you know, like the more challenges your life gives you, the stronger you're gonna become. And you see people that have like crazy stories, you see them on the interviews and stuff, like they have really tough lives, and when they make it, you know, in terms of whatever making it means for them, you know.
Exactly.
The success is different for everybody. Some people might be Hollywood and all that, but you know, paparazzi lifestyle. But lifestyle could be the beautiful housewife, working, providing for his kids, for his husband, and like you know, giving them a beautiful life. I just want something that they could play. They could be played in my funeral somewhere, like, and be like, you know, that's who he was. That's what he thought about life.
Oh yeah, dude. I think it's cool that we're making this video for you. It's more than just a birthday video.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying. But I think you know, you mentioned success, and you know,
means different things,
different lifestyles, and you know, the ups and downs that people go through, or the ups and downs that a man goes through, especially someone in where you're coming from, in your situation. You know, it's, you know, everyone has a different situation. I think you have a very unique situation, but like, you know, as an overall wrap up on here, and do you have any closing statements you want to say? You already spoke to future Alfredo.
Yeah.
But is there something that you want to talk to anybody out there? Maybe some friends, relatives?
Yeah, like I'll take the opportunity, you know, to thank you, to thank all the people that has touched my life. And I say before, I say it again, like all the people that has touched my life bad, that they had hurt me, or they intentionally or non-intentionally, like or that have supported me, like I have nothing but respect and great. I feel grateful. I'm thankful for all that support. At some point, some people are not even in my life anymore. It could be for people that were just I don't know, like when I was taking the bus, helping me, letting the driver know I was going to point A to point B, etc. Anybody, like anybody that has touched my life. I just want to thank them. I'm grateful. I'm happy with my life. Like, have worked hard to learn to just enjoy the ride. Cause like we talked about this before at Applebee's or any free sponsorship, whatever.
Free sponsorship. Are we going there after this?
Yeah, probably that or I thought about BJ's to change it up a little bit.
If you guys don't know, right, my man Alfredo here has a fascination.
Fascination, Applebee's. It's like the spot to celebrate, dude. Like after a photo shoot or something.
It's funny. I've noticed that every big project that we take on, every time we go shoot something,
we've gone to Applebee's.
We go to Applebee's. We cheers it with a michelada.
Yeah, it could be all kinds. We went to. We could talk about that real quick, like the San Francisco. Like we went to San Francisco on a trip, and we went to Applebee's, and all Applebee's are different. Like as you guys know, the only thing I drink, if I, rarely when I drink, is a michelada. Like when we went to San Francisco, it was you, me, and Eduardo. Like we went and the guy was looking at us crazy, like micheladas at Applebee's. Like, no, sir, we don't do that. I'm like, well, back at home they do in California. I mean, we're in California, we're in San Francisco, up north. Anyways, but yeah, going to all that, I just feel thankful. I feel grateful. Like, I feel blessed. Like, I feel like my life has been, I don't want to say easy, but like, I enjoyed the ride. Like the hard parts, like the language barrier, coming to a new country, the culture shock. Dude, even when I got fired, I never got fired before in my job until recently. But we didn't even talk about like New York, my trip there. That was a beautiful experience. But anything in life that you want, that you can get it. I don't feel like I'm here throwing wisdom at you guys like, oh, I'm, Mr. Know-it-all. Like, I don't. I'm still learning, but from my experience, like, anything is possible, and like, it's just you. Like, if you have that mentality, that vision, you can get it. Like, so yeah, I'm just thankful all the people. Like, I'm grateful for everything they have given me. If it was years of their life, seconds, minutes, like, I'm grateful for your friendship, for the friendship here, Eduardo. My girlfriend back there, Adriana, she's been beautiful to me too, like wonderful. It makes you understand life, like true love, it's wonderful. Like I feel blessed. And yeah, dude, I like to live the moment. I like to live the now, because tomorrow's not promised. So I did the best I could to enjoy my life and take the risk, and because like the same thing, we don't know. So if you don't take it, you never know. Like I quit my safety secure months after. My dream has always been going to New York. I got the job with the tattoo artist, Pooch. Great person. Like they ended up firing me because like they brought me to do like a blogging type of experience, and like it wasn't working for them, and so they're like, hey, we're just gonna part ways. So, but we went to New York. Like for me, we went for a week, dude. Like you see, like I haven't posted. There's a lot of stuff I haven't even posted yet. I haven't had time, but like that was like something that I was seeing the movie Ninja Turtles, whatever. Like New York, like so going there was just fascinating, dude. Like. That's a place that I recommend anybody to go. Like culture shock there is crazy. There's like so many buildings, it never sleeps, that city. You can go 4 a.m, the store's still open. You can get a pizza. They're like a big ass pizza. Anyway, so that decision of quitting, of going for my dreams, gave me the opportunity. Like I didn't pay for nothing to go to New York, dude. Like the only thing I paid was like couple of food and the helicopter ride, but like it's you never know, dude, what life is gonna take you. You just have to go and enjoy the flow. Don't fight it. That's what I think. Like just enjoy it. Don't force things that are just, don't complain. Get up in the morning and don't be like, fuck life. Like, oh, hey, nah, just fucking, who knows what, because you don't know. Like, tomorrow's not promised. So,
yeah, exactly.
So I guess, that's my last little tip of advice.
I learned a lot today. I learned a lot. Even though I've known you for what, 12, 13 years now, I learned a lot just by having this conversation with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Philip, well, appreciate, thanks for doing this for me.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. We got our Michis from GNC.
GNC Micheladas. There you go. Cheers, dude.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Peace out. I don't even know how to close this out.
Me neither.
Is this my show or something? I don't know. Am I the host?
You should, dude.
Don Francisco.
Don Felipe presenta.
Don Felipe. Jorge Ramos. Felipe Ramos.
Right there.
Yeah, man. I think we did good.